my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Today's video is going to be a big old book haul. I know we love to see these on my channel. I love filming them. I love buying lots of books. I have to say my pile isn't as big as normal. Now when I say that, it probably sounds really bad because we obviously know that I have a book buying addiction which kind of comes with the hobby, but I have accumulated a few books over the last couple of months. I did say to myself that I would be on a book buying ban up until Christmas. However, some of these were pre-orders, some of these were bought on Vinted, some of these are new releases that I just had to get my hands on. Technically with the pre-orders, girl math, it was free. It was free. So, you know, so I thought I would show you guys the books that I have got. I know that you guys love seeing book hauls on my channel, so if you do, then don't forget to leave the video a big old thumbs up, subscribe down below, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And with that said, let's just jump straight into the video. As I said, there's a big old mix up in here and I'm very excited to show you. So I am actually gonna leave the best two, in my opinion, till last because I want to savour them as best as I can. The first set that I bought, and actually two of these are series, which is quite interesting. The next couple of books were bought on Vinted. If you guys haven't shopped on Vinted for books yet, I thoroughly recommend it. You will find some great finds. People are selling books on there that are brand new, unread, for super cheap. I'm a huge advocate for Vinted. I love it so much and it is just brilliant. Now, there's a story behind this series first. So, about a year ago, maybe more than that actually, I purchased Winterkeep by Kristin Cashore. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Now, I was very unaware of the fact that this was part of a series. I think I purchased this one in the works for the 3 for £6 deal or whatever it was, and I was so unaware that it was a series that I actually started reading it and quickly came to the realization that I understood absolutely nothing about this book. And I think I posted this like on an Instagram story of a haul that I did from the works, and a lot of you actually said to me that this was part of a series. So I was like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Honestly, couldn't find the series anywhere. I looked in the works, I looked in Waterstones, I looked everywhere I could think of. I could not find it. And it wasn't a series that I was necessarily familiar about. I don't really know anything about the books at all I know is that it's fantasy. And I was genuinely thinking of just getting rid of this book and selling it on Vinted. If you guys didn't know, my Vinted link is in the description box down below. It's just my name. I do sell clothes on there, but I do also sell books. So yeah, I was just kind of like, I don't really know what to do with it because I feel like I can't get my hands on the book. And then I just had this like epiphany and I thought, okay, we're gonna go on Vinted and see if anybody is selling the rest of the 3 books by themselves, because obviously when it comes to the series, everybody sells the series like together. I stumbled upon the first 3 books of the series and I was so chuffed because the seller was only selling it for £6 for the whole set, and I was over the moon with it, I have to say. They are just really beautiful books. I really like the covers of them. We have the whole series put together. So this is the Graceling series. I think that is what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if it has another name, please enlighten me. So the first book is Graceling, and the story is about, in a world where people born with an exceptional skill known as a grace are both feared and exploited, Katza carries the burden of a skill even she despises, the grace of killing. Feared by the court and shunned by those her own age, the darkness of her grace casts a heavy shadow over Katza's life. Yet she remains defiant, and when she stumbles across a mysterious kidnapping, she investigates. investigates. Who would want to kidnap an old man, and why? And who is the extraordinary graced man whose fighting abilities rivaled her own? The only thing Katza is sure of is that she no longer wants to kill. The intrigue around this kidnapping offers her a way out, but something insidious and dark lurks behind the mystery, something spreading from the shadowy figure of a one-eyed king. That actually does sound really, really good, to be honest. So the Graceling is the first book. Then I believe it is Fire, which look how cool these covers are. Then we have Bitter Blue, which is also really, really beautiful. Lastly, we have Winterkeep, which is equally as nice. I was really, really chuffed when I found these books, honestly, so chuffed. And they were in mint condition, no cracks on the spines, nothing. They are literally brand new books. So for £6, I honestly cannot complain. The next 3 books were also from Vinted, and they were part of a series 2, and that is the All Our Hidden Gifts series by Caroline O'Donoghue. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, I'm not entirely sure. I've never actually heard anything about this series before, when I was purely scrolling on Vinted when I found these, and the lovely seller gave me the most incredible package. So I bought 4 books off of her. I bought these 3 and another book that I'll show you in a minute, and she gave me an ARC copy of a book as well, which will also be featured, all in a lovely hotkey book tote bag, which I just love. I featured the tote bag in my bookish gift guide video, which I will link down below or up on the screen somewhere. It is so cool, and I just thought how incredibly kind of her it was to kind of gift me all these little things in there. I love when sellers do that. It just kind of adds that personal touch to it that I just love. So thank you so much. But this is a series. I was so excited to receive this. 1, because it's a series that I've never heard of, and 2, because the covers are just so cool. So the first book is All of Our Hidden Gifts, and this is about Maeve Chambers doesn't have any special gifts. That is until she finds a dusty old pack of tarot cards and starts giving uncannily accurate readings to everyone around her. When she reads for her ex-best friend Lily, a strange card appears in the deck and everything goes wrong. Lily doesn't come to school the next day or the next, and Maeve knows she's been taken somewhere the police will never find her. Only the cards and something older, something even more powerful, can bring her back. So I have a feeling this is kind of like mystery slash fantasy, which I am honestly very, very excited to read. It goes, all our hidden gifts, sorry. The gifts that bind us. Just look how awesome these covers are. I've never seen anything like it. And lastly, every gift a curse. I love a very kind of like fast-paced trilogy. That's why I love the Caraval trilogy so much, because it's such a fast-paced like series that you can just grasp to. And I feel like this is the type of, it's giving me Caraval vibes. Correct me if I'm wrong if anybody's read them, but that's just kind of the vibe that I'm receiving off of this. But I'm thoroughly excited to read them. Most of these books, pretty much all of these books, will now most likely be read as of 2024, because we've only got like 2 weeks left of the year, which is just crazy. But I'm currently reading Magnolia Parks, and I've probably got maybe 1 or 2 more books that I could fit in. Arc that this lovely lady sent me was Holly Bourne's You Could Be So Pretty. I have never received an ARC before, so to have one is really, really exciting for me. And I didn't realise, I obviously knew what ARCs were, that they are obviously advanced readers copies, which, in case anybody is unaware, is typically what gets sent to reviewers and other authors and stuff before the book is published. So I believe there's maybe some like faults in here, or I'm not 100% sure how it works, but Obviously the cover isn't the finalised cover, but I actually missed seeing Holly Bourne at Yalc this year. Unfortunately, I ended up not going, which I was absolutely gutted about. But I found that apparently this author went there as well. I was completely unaware of it at the time. But I'm very excited to read this. Anybody is wondering, this has been released, just so everybody knows. This is what the story is about. In Belle and Joni's world, there are two options for girls. 1. Follow the rules of the doctrine like Belle. Apply your mask, work hard to be crowned at the ceremony, be a pretty. Or 2. Fight the rules like Joni. Leave your face bare, work hard to escape to the education, be an objectionable. But maybe there is a third option. If Belle and Joni work together, can they destroy the rules and set themselves free? Ooh. This actually sounds really, really good. There are a few trigger warnings. I don't know if this is what it's written in the final copy, but just before you do read this, there are trigger warnings, so make sure you check those before reading. I'm trying to branch out of my usual genre, so trying to get like different books and stuff from different genres is something that I'm really excited for. The last one that I bought off of Vinted from the same seller is Lives We Sing Under the Sea by Sarah Underwood. I also missed the opportunity to see this author. This author was there on the Sunday, I believe, and I was to be there on the Saturday, so I wouldn't have seen her anyway. But look how beautiful this cover is. I cannot get over it. It's just stunning. I don't know what the naked hardback, oh yeah, I feel like the naked hardback is really cute too. Look, that's just it under the dust jacket. I think it's so beautiful. This story, I'd seen a lot of people talking about this over on Bookstagram. I was really intrigued to read this book, and this is what it is about. In the cursed kingdom of Ithaca, each summer brings the hanging of 12 maidens, a gift to the vengeful Poseidon. For 17 years, Leto has escaped, Leto or Leto, I'm not 100% sure, has escaped the curse's mark until now. But death does not claim Leto. Instead, she wakes on a mysterious island greeted by the immortal Melantho. He tells Leto that Ithaca's sacrifices are the legacy of the great Odysseys, payment for the lives of Queen Penelope's 12 maids, cast into the ocean centuries ago. Leto has the chance to break the curse. She just has to kill the Prince of Ithaca. But Prince Matthias also seeks to free his kingdom from the curse. Torn by her growing love for both Melantho and Matthias, Leto must choose a path to follow. By breaking the curse, they will save thousands of lives, but if they fail, then the tides of fate will drown them all. So this sounds super interesting. I think the only thing that is slightly putting me off is the amount of characters that are like already in the synopsis and all of their names. Although I do feel like it's going to be quite an easy read. The text is quite big. I'm really, really excited to read this. I'm trying to read more. My goal for next year is to read more like Greek mythology. I still, to this day, have not read The Song of Achilles, Circe, Ariadne. They are all sitting on my shelf. I'm currently staring at them and I still haven't read them. So they are going to be my top picks for next year to read alongside this one. I really, really enjoyed Greek mythology. I read Lovely War this year, which I just loved. It was a historical fiction linked with Greek mythology, which was just incredible. I loved every second of it. So I feel like I will enjoy them. I just need to get myself to read them now. So the next one is Checkmate by Hazelwood. It probably comes to no surprise to some of you that I have got this book. This was recently released. I found it in my local Tesco's for like £4.50. I think it was like 2 for £9 on Club Card. And I am just very, very excited to read this one. I actually haven't read any of her other books. I have The Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain, which I haven't read yet either. So I feel like that could be a video actually, reading Hazelwood's books. I also need to get her other one. I can't remember what it's called. This is the next one. I don't believe they all follow each other. I do believe they are all separate stories, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm very excited for this one. I did also hear that this was a closed door romance, I want to say. Please also correct me if I'm wrong. I know her other two contain a bit of spice, I think. Please tell me. but I am very excited to read that one. I saw Rachel Catherine read it and I just had to jump on the bandwagon and read that one as well. Can you believe this is my only murder mystery that I've got on this pile? When I tell you that I'm going to be reading a whole new different genre, I mean it. I then also picked up The Drift by CJ Tudor. This I also got in that Tesco club card deal. I saw this in Waterstones the other day and I was going to pick it up and I ended up not picking it up. But I'm very, very excited about this one. I'm really planning on reading it in January because obviously come January, obviously we're in winter now, but there's just nothing to look forward to in January. Like, I feel like we get to Christmas and then that's it. So I'm kind of planning a decent TBR for January to keep myself occupied. This says, an overturned coach full of students, all of them are trapped. A stranded cable car full of strangers, one of them is dead. An isolated chalet full of friends, soon they'll be enemies. Outside, a snowstorm rages, inside each group a killer lurks. But that's not their only problem. Why is no rescue coming? What are they trying to escape from? And who are the terrifying whistlers? This sounds incredible. I've never read anything by CJ Tudor, so I'm very, very excited to see what their work is like. I love an eerie, atmospheric thriller. This is honestly top of my reading list. This I feel like will give me the Sanatorium vibes by Sarah Pearce. I'm also so excited for her new book to come out. Like, when I tell you, the minute that thing is released, I will be instantly buying it. I love her books. I already mentioned this before. And to kind of find hopefully something on that same level. Yes, please. So very excited for that one. We then have my first ever Illumicrate edition book. I'm so excited for this. Basically, I have subscribed to Illumicrate. I've been on their waitlist probably for the best part of like 6 to 12 months now, and I received an email late October saying that I could subscribe to the boxes ready for November. So this is the November box, which was, I think the theme was anti-hero. However, if you guys would like me to do Illumicrate unboxings on my YouTube channel, then please let me know, because I would love to do them. They'd be quite short videos, I think, but nice filler videos just to sort of put out there. I know I really like watching Illumicrate unboxings, so if that's something you'd like to see, then let me know. But this is the first Illumicrate book that I have received. I'm very excited to dive into this. This is Starling House by Alix, I think that's how you say it, Alix E. Harrow. This book is gorgeous. So the actual dust jacket is a clear, like a clear kind of dust jacket, which is really, really cool. The actual book itself is just stunning. Like, look at this. And then this is the sprayed edge. How gorgeous is that? I mean, it's so beautiful. I'm obsessed. And then we've got the inside pages, which are just stunning as well. I am so very, very excited for this one. Nobody in Eden remembers when Starling House was built, but the town agrees it's best to let this ill-omened mansion and its last lonely heir go to hell. Stories of the house's bad luck, like good china, have been passed down the generations. Opal knows better than to mess with haunted houses or brooding men, but when an opportunity to work there arises, the money might get her brother out of Eden. Starling House is uncanny and full of secrets, just like Arthur, its heir. It also feels strangely, dangerously like something she's never had, a home. Yet Opal isn't the only one interested in the horrors and the wonders that lie buried beneath it. Sinister forces coverage on Eden, and Opal realises that if she wants a home, she'll have to fight for it. Even if it involves digging up her family's ugly past to achieve a better future. She'll have to go down, deep down beneath Starling House to claw her way back to the light. So this sounds, once again, another quite like sort of spooky read, which I'm very excited about. I'm loving kind of the spooky vibes, even though it's not Halloween anymore, but you know, in the winter I like it as well. The most gorgeous book ever. I'm obsessed with it. I'm gonna make like a whole shelf when I get the chance of like all the Illumicrate books I end up collecting. My last two books are probably my most anticipated reads of the year, although I'll be reading them next year. The first one, this is my pre-order one, so technically this doesn't count. It's Heartstopper Volume 5. It's probably come to no surprise to any of you. Heartstopper is truly my personality at this point. I love Heartstopper so much, and the comfort this book series brings and the TV show now brings to so many people is just incredible. Oseman has created something amazing by creating these books, and I just love them. They are magic. Nick and Charlie are truly up there with one of my favourite book characters ever. I love them even in the TV show. I'm currently like I'm on a rewatch of Heartstopper. I can't get enough of it. It's amazing, and when I could pre-order this book, I just had to, and it came last week I think. But I just love the cover, and the spine is orange, so we've had pink, blue, green, yellow, and now we've got orange, which I'm very excited about.